Now that we have the basic setup of Photoshop under our belt, it's time that we talk about some of the basic tools. During the video, we're going to talk about the selection tools. Take a moment to open up the document called Part 2 Selection Tools and follow the first set of instructions. In the last lesson, we talked briefly about the Move tool. We used it to move the words from your word bank into the different areas of the window. Remember that this tool can only move the content of the layer that you have selected. So if I have this selected and I move it, it will move that. If I have this selected, then it will move that. Only the layer that I have selected changes. I'm just going to undo that twice. I'm doing Command+Z. That will allow me to undo more than one at a time. Now look at your toolbox at the left of your window. At the top of the toolbox, near the Move tool, you see several selection tools. These tools will make a selection of a portion of the content in your window. Let's look at these one at a time. First, the Marquee tool. It comes in rectangular and elliptical shapes. Right now, you only see the rectangular Marquee tool. But if I click and hold on the tool, you can see the elliptical shape. And there are a couple others that we will not be discussing. First, the rectangular tool. All you need to do is click and drag across an area on your page. For example, let's say that I wanted to select everything inside of the blue rectangle in the graphic you see. So I will click and drag. I know that it's selected when you see the dancing ants moving around the area that you selected. Now that I have that selection, I might want to move it. But if I try, it only moves a selection. If I wanted to actually move anything inside the blue box, I will need to do a couple of things. First, I will need to select the Move tool. Next, I need to make sure that I have the correct layer selected. Because right now, if I move this, I will move nothing because the layer that I have open is locked. So I need to select the layer I want to move, and then when I move it, it will move what I want to move. So now let's say that I want to move the green oval inside of the blue rectangle. I need to deselect first. You can do this by going to Select, Deselect, or I always use Command+D, and then I can make my new selection. Now we can go through the same steps that we did before. We've made the selection. Now we're going to switch to the Move tool, make sure that we're on the correct layer, and now I should be able to move my selection. Another helpful tip that I should mention at this point is that you can make a perfect circle by holding down the Shift key as you drag. So let me deselect, Command+D, hold down Shift, grab my tool and drag, and you can see that perfect circle. I can do the same thing with the rectangle tool. Deselect again and Shift, drag. There you go, perfect square. Take a moment to play with the Marquee tool to get a feel for how it works.